Okay, I guess. I got a question, Mr. Ame. An employer, when they are evaluating a potential employee, what do they prioritize?
I think when an employer is looking for employees, I think there are a lot of things to look at, but two main things to consider. One, do they have the skills needed to execute the job? Two, do they have the right attitude to fit in with the team and the style of the bosses? So both of these things are important, but which one is more important than the other depends on the level, I would argue. It would vary. It would vary depending on that level. So the more junior you are, if you're an entry level, I don't necessarily expect you to have all the skills figured out, but I would want you to have the right attitude in which that you're willing to learn. So if you have the right attitude, we're willing to teach.
You do mention multiple times about attitude, right? But can you further explain what is actual attitude? What are the standards here?
So attitude here basically is how good-natured is the person as they execute the job. So let me give you some examples. You need to have intellectual curiosity, and you need to have an attitude in which that as anything comes to you, you would be able to navigate it and do it properly. So when you're first starting out, you're going to face a lot of things that you're trying to learn, and therefore these are things you've never done before, things that maybe universities never teach you, and you're still trying to adjust to your boss's style and how the team does things. You're going to feel stupid, and you're going to feel a lot of pressure and stress, and that's normal. How you handle those situations is what's going to separate you. So for example, I had people who have ghosted me when deadlines were due to clients, and I've given them a critical piece of work when I thought it was good for their growth. I had people who promised to deliver A, B, and C after I've taken into account their personal circumstances, and yet when the deadline comes, it's not met. I've had people who come late for meetings despite already being told the where and when, and told them to plan out and given forewarning. So all these things make us upset when they're not being followed as bosses, because then the employee isn't showing the right attitude. At the end of the day, if you do things with the right attitude, you show that you're trying, you show that you're constantly learning from your mistakes, the boss will sayang you.
So remember, for entry level, prioritize good attitude, then comes in the skills.
Then your boss will sayang.